What is good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Off the Top podcast. My name's Tom.
See, nope.
Make sure you subscribe. We're here every week. We're talking new music, news, playing games, trivia, segments, album reviews, if I didn't mention that already. Dude, so many out. It's this
So
crazy
many
year
albums.
of music, of hip hop, 2024. It's been like one of the best of all time. This week, since last time we recorded on Friday, we've had like 6 more albums be announced. Tyler the Creator's dropping an album in 3 days. We did mention that one last week. Lil Uzi Vert announces Eternal Take 2.
Mm.
Cordae announces The Crossroads. Westside Gunn is dropping an album on Halloween and on November 1st. Back-to-back days. Has that ever been done? I don't know. Lil Yachty's dropping tracks on his YouTube. I mean, Yeat dropped
Yeah.
an album that we're reviewing later in the episode. We're doing the new Yeat album. We already did a Yeat album this year. Like, what? And there's more, like Ken Carson, Absol, Kanye West, A$AP Rocky. There's so many more albums still coming this year.
Yeah,
Like,
big
it's
names.
insane.
I mean,
Big
Kanye,
names.
Tyler, Uzi. I mean, those are huge. We got rumors of Kendrick still dropping. I
Yeah,
mean, J. Cole, we say this every other week, is still supposed to be dropping another project this year. So,
it's
I don't
crazy.
know. This is genuinely, I think, it's the best year of hip hop I've ever witnessed, personally. I don't know how it gets better, to be honest. I feel like every other week we're getting an album from a huge name, you know what I'm saying? And like you said, next week we'll have a Westside Gunn album, 2 Westside Gunn albums. We'll have Chromakopia by Tyler, and we'll have the long awaited excuse me, Eternal Take 2 by Lil Uzi Vert. So I guess, which one are you most excited for? I'm actually
But yeah,
curious.
while you're here, make sure you subscribe. We're covering all of these albums every week. We're doing album reviews, talking about all the stuff. But I mean, it's hard for me to not say Tyler.
I
Like
mean, yeah.
a Tyler album is just so, especially us growing up as Odd Future fans. Tyler's turned into like this world famous mega pop star basically.
Yeah,
And
and it's
like
kind of
and he's
like,
actually putting out good music. He hasn't like become some pop star who now puts out shit albums. Like his albums are still like deep and meaningful and good and
and it's
musical, and
unpredictable.
it's
You
so
know what I
good.
mean? It's unpredictable. You never quite know exactly what you're going to get from
Yeah, like
Tyler.
what's
So,
Chromacopia gonna be? I don't fucking know.
exactly. I mean, we've got 2 singles so far. We
Yeah,
kind of
true.
described it as like anti Flower Boy kind of esque. You know, it's like heavy production with definitely some Tyler rapping in interesting ways. I mean, he raps a whole verse whispering on Saint Chroma, I believe it was, or yeah, Saint Chroma.
Yeah.
Um,
Then the
but
Noid
yeah,
verse. That's the new track we got since
yep,
last week when we recorded. We talked about Saint Chroma because he had posted that. Now we've gotten Noid since then, which is on
yep.
streaming platforms. It's like a full 5 minute song. He has a really great verse in that. He's doing like the funky jazz production. There's
It
like
feels like
rock
heavy
influence in
production,
there.
yeah, like heavy
There's tons
production
of crazy
focused.
shit going on.
Yeah, like it. Call Me If You Get Lost was kind of like rap forward. You know what I'm saying? To put rap in the spotlight. We mentioned this when we did the whole tier list, but this one kind of feels in the same way that Flower Boy, production kind of takes a step forward, but there is also more rapping than something like, say, Igor. You know what I'm saying? So I'm interested. I'm interested, man, and I'm excited for that one. But Lil
I think
Uzi
I'm gonna.
Vert,
Oh, I
go
think I'm
ahead.
gonna like it more than Igor. Is all I was gonna say. Because I'm
Yeah.
not the biggest Igor guy, so I'm more excited for this. Like, I think this is gonna be on par with "Call Me If You Get Lost," "Flower Boy." Like, I think I'm gonna like it based on the 2 songs that we've heard.
Yeah, I mean, I like the whole persona he's building around it, the world he's building around it so far. You know what I'm
The
saying? Like,
visuals are sick.
yeah, the visuals, just the world building is he's doing a great job so far. But yeah, I guess the other biggest album probably, I guess, coming Lil Uzi Vert, Eternal to Take Two. Last full length project we got from him was Pink Tape.
Okay,
So
yeah, that makes. I was gonna say how long has it been, but I forgot about that one.
I guess refresh me. What are your takes on like Pink Tape? When's the last time is it in your rotation at all? When's the last time you listened to it? Is there any songs you even go back to ever? Or
No,
what's your
when when Pink
feel
Tape
on it?
when Pink Tape dropped and we reviewed it and talked about it on the show, you definitely liked it more than me at first. I still liked it. I like Uzi, but I'm not like the biggest Uzi fan either. I like I like Uzi songs, but Pink Tape, like the Chop Suey song, fuck that song. But there's good songs on there. That's just not like a project I'm like really going back to, honestly. There's
Yeah,
good
not
stuff on there though. There's just
I
also
feel
bad
you.
stuff.
I mean, I feel like there's a couple of best Uzi songs past couple years. Flooded the Face,
That's
arguably maybe
that's
his
definitely
best
one of them.
intro. But yeah, it's definitely very packed, and I don't go back to it that often either. I feel like he kind of did miss on the rock aspect now that I think about it, but it was a valiant effort. I think he did a decent job anyway, but I'm excited to see where he goes with Eternal Take Two. You know, back to kind of classic Uzi vibes probably, but yeah, man. And then we got Westside Gunn dropping Still Praying, which is a sequel to a sequel to Pray for Paris. Obviously, it was Pray for Paris 2020, the biggest Griselda album. And then You Pray for Me, which was last year, right? 2023. And then we
Hmm.
got Still Praying coming up the 1st of November. So in 1 week from today, essentially, yeah, I'm excited to see this one too, man. Like West Side Gun never really misses, so I'm excited.
Yeah, and there's literally two albums, like you mentioned. We get one on Halloween. You go to sleep, you wake up, and there's another one. Like
Right.
I know the Griselda guys are kind of known for dropping tons of music, but back to back days is crazy.
It's kind of crazy, but
Hasn't he already dropped an album this year? He's got to keep up with Future.
yeah, yeah.
We did
Wait,
a
did
West
he?
Side album, didn't we? I thought he
I don't
did.
think
Maybe
we
he
did
didn't. Maybe
actually.
it was just Conway, because Conway did and Benny did
Conway,
too.
Benny did. I don't think Westside did. No,
Okay, so I guess that makes sense because he's
let me
due for
check.
a.
Let me
He's good
double
for
check.
two albums a year, so
Yeah,
he
no.
hasn't given us one, so he's like, here, just take both on Halloween,
Yeah, and his
which
most
I'm cool
recent
with.
appearance on a song, which is Black Widow, which we talked about last week with the Rome Streets album,
Hmm.
was really fucking good. He
My
killed his
favorite song
verse.
on that album.
Yeah, he killed his verse. I mean, you know, Westside could come with a classic easy. So shout out Buffalo Kids. But yeah, I guess let's get into like our first little segment.
Yeah, I'm down. So we obviously, what like 2 months ago, we listened to the whole Kendrick Lamar discography. We reviewed all the albums. We put them on a tier list. We ranked them. Spoiler: he has a lot of good albums.
Yeah, spoiler
They're
alert. Yeah.
the worst one is like B tier, and it's like in his first project, and that's
Right.
like his worst album. That's just been
Right.
like classics and S's from there. So we took maybe I guess it's like the most contemporary modern Kendrick album, Damn, and we're ranking the track list from best to worst. We both have our own rankings. I'm curious because this is Damn is an album where almost every song is pretty damn good. Oh, pun intended. But like, there's definitely songs that I like more, but it's like it's hard to judge and rank an album like this when it's like basically a perfect album. This album is so good.
Yeah. I felt
I
the same
love this
exact
album.
way. Like I was listening to these songs and I'm like, how am I supposed to put one above another? I
Yeah,
don't want to spoil it. There's one that stands out for me as being number one, easy on the list, but there's a
I'm. I don't know what that is.
couple that go towards the top. That's interesting because there's one for me that stands out. But I guess let's start at the bottom. Obviously, we got 14 tracks, I believe. Let me see.
Yep, 14.
Okay, 14 tracks here. So yeah, what's your worst track on Kendrick Lamar's Damn?
I mean, I don't have to say much here. I put
Worst
Blood at
track.
14.
Yeah, yeah. Worst track is kind of bad wording too, because it's not really. None of these
It's
tracks are gonna be bad. So the least good track, I guess we
yeah,
want to word it as. But obviously, Blood. It's just a little story. He's not even rapping. It's just talking. I'm with
it's
you there.
barely a
14.
track. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
kind of
the
an easy
intro.
layup.
It's
Yeah,
just the intro to the album. Get you warmed up. Start the story. But easy. 14 Blood. All right, let's move on. 13.
what you
I
got?
got I got Lust at 13. Just not my favorite song on the album. I don't know. I wasn't feeling some of the lyrical content. Just not my favorite.
I have Yeah at 13.
Yeah, at 13. Interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting. Because I have Yeah a little higher.
I
But
have Lust a little higher, so we're
okay.
definitely gonna
Interesting.
have some disagreements. But yeah, it's just not my favorite.
Yeah, no, I'll save my thoughts for you, I guess. But at 12, I got Feel. It's one of the just raw introspective tracks on the album. Him just straight up talking about his feelings, how he's feeling. Um, I feel like there's tracks that are better produced, that he raps better on, better concepts. So I got Feel at 12.
I have XXX at 12. Just
Okay.
not really my thing. Not yeah. I
I
could live
mean,
without this song.
I'm not too far off from you. I'm not too far off from you. I got XXX at 10. I guess if you want to skip around a little bit, but I like the U2, like I like the collab and the production is great on XXX, but nothing really special. But the unique production makes it stand out in the track list, so it's not the worst. You know what I'm saying? But I guess before we skip around, 11, I got Fear. Um,
Damn.
it's a good song. I like it, but I feel like there's stronger songs on the album. Uh, the Reverse Effect obviously is dope, but again, I feel like there's better songs on the album.
See, the song I have at 11, I actually kind of like. Like from 11 up, I kind of like all of these songs. Like I
I mean,
will listen to them.
I like
Yeah,
all these songs
like
straight up.
the bottom two or three, I'm whatever about. But from 11 up, I'm a fan of all of these. At 11, I have Loyalty with Rihanna. At 11, and
Interesting.
like
That's
I don't hate
interesting.
that song at all.
I have a hot take about Loyalty, and it's gonna be a while for you
It's your
hear
number
me.
one.
It's not my number one. I'll spoil it here, but it's up there. But I guess we'll move on to number 10. Your 11 is Loyalty. So number 10, I got, like I said, Triple X, U2. What's your number 10?
I have God at 10, just
Got
above
it 10.
Loyalty.
Okay,
I was
interesting.
flipping those two around back and forth, but I think I like God better than Loyalty.
And this is where we kind of start to line up because I got God at 9. So that's interesting because now we're kind of meaning meaning together here. So I like God too. Again, all these songs are great. I feel
Yeah.
like the
Shout
songs
out
coming
God.
up. I feel like yeah, like you said, kind of takes a little bit of a step up here, maybe in terms of like I don't know. I feel like
Re-listenability.
the rest of these songs are just like
Yeah.
S tier songs. You know what I'm
They're all
saying? So
bangers from here on out.
all bangers. So number 8, what do you got?
Well, I have Lust at 9. That's where I
Us at
have
9.
Lust as 9. Where did you have that
Okay.
again? Like 12 or something? I like
Yeah,
Lust a decent amount. Like, yeah, I got Lust at 9. That's
I've Lust at 13. So kind of
damn.
differentiated opinions there. It's interesting, but go ahead. What's your 8?
I have Pride at 8.
Pride at 8. Interesting. Okay. And this might be one of my hotter takes on I don't know how the general public feels
What are you
about
about to say?
my number 8, but my number 8 is Humble
That's yeah.
on Damn. I mean, one of the most played songs, obviously. Is it his most streamed or second maybe? I mean, DNA is up there. It's one or two of
They're
his most streamed, but
yeah, it's
to
up there.
me, obviously great song, you know what I'm saying? I remember syrup sandwiches, crime allowances, Vanessa for some counterfeits.
It's just so
It's
catchy, dude.
fire. It is. It really is. You know what I'm saying? So, but again, I feel like there's better songs on the album. I feel like maybe it was a bit overplayed. Just the radio play is insane,
I don't know.
obviously. But
The music video's sick. It's an iconic song. I got that a little higher, but it's not my number one. But
okay, okay. All right, let's go on to number 7. What's your number 7 here, Tom?
if I remember correctly, you said this song already too. I have Feel at 7.
Okay, yeah, I did say Feel already. Feel was my 12. I feel
Yeah.
like it is a very introspective song, but it's just kind of cut clean, straight. This is how I'm feeling. I feel like there's maybe better songs, like in terms of concepts and rapping on the album. So I
Yeah,
had
I
it a
got
bit lower,
Lust and
but
Feel way above you. But what do
yep.
you got
So
at 7?
my number 7 is actually yeah. See, I like the catchiness. I like the production, the flows he catches on there. Fire, I think so. I got yeah 7.
Yeah, that's definitely higher than I would have expected going in.
Yeah, I don't know what people's. That's the thing too. Like, I don't really know people's takes on these songs. Like, I don't really know the general consensus of what people would say about it. But it's just
Neither
how
do
I
I.
was feeling at the time, I guess, and that's how I'm feeling. But all right, Tom, we're on to number 6 for
Yeah.
the Kendrick Lamar Damn best song tier list or ranking. So what's your number 6 here, Tom?
6 is where Fear falls for me.
Okay, and
I
this is
mean,
where Pride falls for me.
yeah.
Pride a little higher for me than your list because I don't know, obviously because, but I love the soulful performance. I thought on there is great, and the vocal alterations, like the auto tune he uses, the production in his voice, it's unique to the album, and I like shit like that. I don't know, so I got Pride at 6.
Okay. We're into the top 5. These are the top 5 tracks on Damn, according to us. You can argue with us in the comments if you want. I have Element at 5.
Okay, and we haven't talked There's a few that we both haven't mentioned here, so they're gonna fall in here.
Yeah,
My number 5 is gonna be "Love" featuring Zakari. I think it's a great song, great feature. I love Kendrick's performance on it. Production is great. It's really iconic to the album, honestly. If you know, you know, kind of thing. So, "Love" is my
that's
number 5.
that's the one I guarantee if you went to my like streaming stats that I've listened to the most off this album
Yeah,
is Love. I mean, I listened to that today multiple times. I love
one of the
that song.
catchiest songs on the album, arguably for sure.
So good.
But yeah, we're into the top 4 now. Here we go. And I guess I'll go ahead. My number 4 pick is Element, like you mentioned. I love the hook, I should say. One of the best hooks
Yeah.
probably on the album. And Kendrick's flows are arguably the best on the album. Um, he's just flowing like crazy on Element. So I got Element at 4.
And this is where I have Humble at 4. I mean,
Okay.
iconic Kendrick song. It is overplayed and overhyped, and I don't think it's like his best song. It shouldn't be his most streamed song. He has a ton of amazing songs, but it's not bad. I'm still not sick of it. Play it in a club, play it anywhere. I'm not gonna skip Humble. Humble's a great song. Still,
Fair enough. Fair enough. I feel like
I
I
mean,
just
it is.
overplayed it. And I don't know. I feel like there's really special songs coming up here. But on to the number 3, the top 3 songs on Damn.
Hmm.
And this is where I go with the radio smacker. I'm going with DNA at number 3. Probably the most raw rapping and just braggadocious song on the album, where he's basically saying that I was born for this shit. So that's my number 3. Number 3 on the album, DNA.
I have Duckworth at number 3. Probably
Okay.
gonna get hate for
Okay.
that. I know it's everyone's like consensus favorite. I just like the other two that I haven't mentioned more. I listened to them. I was like the top 4 and 5. I was like shuffling around. I got Duckworth at 3. I like the other two better. I just do.
That's interesting. I mean, at least it made your top 3, but it should be a little bit higher in my opinion. But we'll go on to number 2.
The
We'll go
top
on to
3
number
are all
2.
on like S songs. Like
I know, and I spoiled this already. I said Loyalty wasn't my number 1, so it can only be my
that's
number
so high.
2. Loyalty featuring Rihanna, bro. Arguably one of the best songs on the album to me. Obviously, if I have it at number 2, but love the Rihanna performance. Kendrick performance is solid. The production is top tier. I feel like it's just an iconic Kendrick song. I feel like when I listen to it, Rihanna killed it. Number 2 for me, for sure.
Yeah, this is where see like my 1 and 2, it depends on what day you ask me.
Right.
I right now I do have Love at number 2 and then I have DNA as number 1 right now.
Really?
Yeah, like
DNA
go
is your number 1.
listening through the album. I listened to it twice through doing this list. Like their DNA just hits. Like
Yeah.
it's the mass appeal in the car, like the sound, the rapping. It's basically a perfect song. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
No, I mean, I can't argue with that. But I guess to get to it, my number 1 is Duckworth. The most introspective song on arguably the most introspective album of all time, where he essentially tells the story of how Kendrick came to be, where we talk about this a million times, but his dad's working at the restaurant and Top Dog comes in and threatens to rob him. His dad offers him free food for every time he comes in, and that's how Kendrick and Top Dog meet, and obviously that's how the story of Kendrick Lamar comes, and obviously we get this great album. So number 1 is going to be Duckworth for me. So I guess to just run through it, I got Blood at 14, Lust at 13, Feel at 12, Fear at 11, XXX featuring U2 at 10, 9, I got God. I got Humble at 8, Hot Take maybe, I don't know. I got Yeah at 7, 6, I got Pride, and my top 5 are Love featuring Zakari at 5. I got 4, or I'm sorry, at 4 I got Element.
Mhm.
3, DNA, 2, Loyalty, and 1 is going to be Duckworth for me.
All right, yeah. Blood, we both have at 14. I have Yeah at 13. 12 XXX, 11 Loyalty with Rihanna, way down there compared to your list.
Yeah, way
10 I
down.
got, yeah, way down. Not my favorite. 10 I have God, 9 is Lust, 8 Pride, 7 Feel, 6 Fear, 5 Element, 4 Humble, 3 Duckworth, 2 Love, 1 DNA. But 1 and 2 are like really interchangeable to me. Really,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, and yeah, 1, 2, and 3 are like basically
Essentially, the whole
perfect songs.
album. I mean, the whole album is just straight smackers front to back.
I mean, it really
It's
is.
it's crazy. It's really crazy. Kendrick came with a classic in what 2018. This was 2017 maybe. So
17.
it's getting there. It's old, man. It's old, and
Yeah, he's
we're
only
old.
done one album since then. Crazy, right?
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
Mr. Morale. That was it.
yeah. I
Nothing
think so.
else.
Right? Yeah, yeah. So
Damn, it is
until
a
this
hard
year,
album to rank.
hopefully. It is,
Like,
dude, because you listen to it and it's like, okay, well, this song's great, but the
yeah,
last song was great too, and then the next song's great. It's like,
yeah, you're really
it,
splitting hairs when you're trying to put them in an order. Like,
yeah,
especially the
I
top
agree.
10. There's like a few you're like, okay, I could put these at the bottom, but the rest you're just like nitpicking, trying to decide what you want to put where.
And this is your favorite Kendrick album, right? Or is it?
Uh,
I think I
it's the
remember
one
you
I
saying
listen
that.
to the most.
I mean, it's a great album. I mean, it's the
In
most
a hot
introspective album,
in a
like
hot take section,
arguably
I
ever.
said this was his best album. I think is
Okay,
what
okay.
as like a hot take, which I
I don't think
don't.
it's a bad take.
Yeah, I
Genuine.
don't hate the take. I don't know. Like if I had say you were like, okay, you have one Kendrick album for the rest of your life. I don't know if I pick this. I probably
It
pick
is
Good
tough.
Kid, Bad City.
It's tough. But I
Like
mean, for me, yeah, for me
how do
it's
you not?
GKMC. But I mean,
Yeah,
I can't argue against this album. Ultra introspective, great raps, the mass appeal, the production, the features, the concept, everything, everything.
yeah,
It's
it's
got
got
everything.
bangers, which helps.
Hell yeah! But that is the Kendrick Lamar Damn song tier list. So leave a comment what you thought, where we went right, where we went wrong. Yeah, let's do it, man.
Great album. I was not mad that we had to listen to Damn again. But
No,
okay,
not at all.
next, I have a little. Well, I guess we have a game. We've played this game before. It's called Keep One, Leave One. So I'm gonna basically I give you two things like Drake or Kendrick, and then you pick one. Kind of whatever comes to mind first. Gut reaction. Keep one, leave one. One you get to keep. One is knocked off the face of the earth forever. They disappear. That's it. So
Right.
make your decision wisely because if you get rid of Drake or something, he's gone
It's like
forever.
what's that show? Drink Champs, right? They do that. And if you can't pick, you have to take a shot. Is that is that how it is?
I don't know actually. I've never even heard of Drink
It's like
Champs.
it's a YouTube show where they do this. It's like pick one or the other, and if you can't pick, you take a shot.
Makes sense. Okay, if you can't pick, you have to delete an album from your library and you can never listen to it again.
Damn, that's
I'm
pretty
just
fucking rough, man.
I mean, you could pick the worst album. I'm just saying an album. You just have to give it
I
up
don't
forever.
have bad albums in my library. You know what I'm saying? It's not. I don't have albums in my library that I necessarily want to give up.
Well, you better answer then.
Right.
Okay. Well, you
All
go
right.
first. You ask me your 10 first, and I'll ask you my 10 after. Why not?
Okay. So here we go, Tom. Keep one, leave one.
Mm-hmm.
I got 10
Matchups.
for you. I got 10 matchups for you. Thank you. First matchup, we're going to start Drake or Lil Wayne. Got you already. I got you already. I got you already.
I'm
Question
gonna
one.
keep Drake.
Keeping Drake, leaving Lil Wayne. Okay. All right.
Yep.
Like the Drewski meme. All right. We're going to move on here. Next matchup, we got GKMC or the Eminem Show. Which
I'm keeping
album
the
are you
Eminem
taking?
show.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
I love
Eminem
Good Kid,
Show.
Madman City, but the Eminem albums mean too much to me. They like have defined me as a human. I need them.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
They're my
All right.
personality.
Next, we got a battle of the producer curators. So we got Tyler the Creator or Westside Gunn.
I'm keeping Tyler every day. 10 out
Okay.
of 10 times.
Hey, relax now. Don't disrespect.
I mean,
That's a good matchup. That's a
it's
good
Tyler
matchup.
though.
But that's a good matchup. All right. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
You're
All right, I'm
keeping
gonna give it
Westside?
maybe.
That's not an answer.
That you got to ask me that. You only got 10
Okay.
questions. All right. So, next I'm going to go to my next matchup. We got genre of hip hop. Are you taking trap or horrorcore?
See, 5 years ago, I would have given you a different answer than I'm about
Think
to
hard
give you.
about this though.
Because Because do I lose like all the Jedi Mind Tricks albums? Like, what do I lose? Am I losing
Tyler,
Eminem albums?
Eminem, Tyler, Jedi Mind Tricks, Immortal Technique, Earl Sweatshirt, all of Odd Future. That's all horrorcore, bro.
Yeah, I guess.
Easily. What do you mean, you guys?
If all of the Eminem and Odd Future projects fall into that,
But with trap, you're losing so much Drake music, all of Future,
I'm losing
all
everything
Lil
modern.
Baby, all yeah.
Everything after 2012 is gone. Basically, you want every album you love before 2012 or
What are you
after?
picking? What are you gonna pick?
I'm gonna keep horrorcore still, I guess. Like,
I don't know.
I still listen. Like, I've definitely
Me
been
too.
converted to like a trap person and modern rap person, but I'm still listening to Jedi Mind Tricks albums and Old Odd Future and Eminem. I'm still bumping that. I gotta keep it.
For the record, I agree with you. I'm going horrorcore every day, all day. All
Have
right.
to.
So we're gonna go in a little bit into your lane here. We're gonna go movies, rap movies. Are you taking 8 Mile or Juice?
I'm taking 8 Mile.
You're taking 8 Mile. Okay, hot take, probably. Hot take. I
Is
love
it?
8 Mile, but
I love
Juice is
Juice.
arguably one of my favorite movies of all time. So,
I've watched
ooh,
8
that's
Mile
a
a
tough one.
lot.
Me too, dude. Me too.
That when I was a
I
kid,
mean,
that
I
was
can
like one I
recite
just
those
kept running back.
for sure, bro. I mean, I can recite those final rap battles easily. You know
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
was like, I
saying?
guess you can get rid of 8 Mile because I just know it by heart. I don't really need the movie at this point. I
His
just
name's
watch it in my
Clarence. He
head.
went to a private school.
Yeah, I
All right.
mean, it's an iconic movie.
So 8 Mile it is. 8 Mile moving on. Next, we got Flower Boy or My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy by Kanye West. Which one are you taking here, Tom?
There's a lot of classics on that album. I mean, obviously, it's My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Flower Boy's my favorite Tyler album. That's not my favorite Kanye album. So, based on that logic, I'm keeping Flower Boy, and I'm gonna
Wow.
listen to Life of Pablo and College Dropout and all the other ones that I love. But I need Flower Boy. I can't give that up. I can't.
Okay. Fair enough.
I
See,
can't give up
that's
Flower
a good
Boy.
matchup. That's a good matchup. I knew you were going to struggle with that one, but all right. Fair enough. You're not giving up Flower Boy in this one, but
Not
who are you
happening.
going to give up on this matchup? J. Cole or Kendrick Lamar?
See, I don't know. Lately, I've definitely been doing more Kendrick and bumping Kendrick and like really getting refamiliarized with his discography and soaking them all in again. So right now, at this point in 2024, I'm gonna keep Kendrick.
Okay, interesting. See,
Maybe J. Cole can drop something crazy and then it gets me back on his team because
it's
last year I would have been
crazy.
on J. Cole's side probably.
For me, this can change day to day. Like,
That's
it
yeah.
depends what I'm feeling that day. Do I want more of like the gritty cadences and smoother flows? I'll go with J. Cole. Do I want the heavier concepts and deeper raps? I'll go with Kendrick. But fair enough. You're keeping Kendrick today. Next, we got another album matchup. Are you keeping The Forever Story or Melodic Blue? Matchup we talked about last week.
Yeah. Because I thought about putting this on my list for you,
Hmm.
and I did put a little thought to it. I'm still not confident. The one I'm listening to more and bumping regularly is the Forever Story. Melodic Blue is a special album though.
So
Has some
good.
great features with Kendrick and like Family Ties and all those songs are made. I gotta keep Forever Story. Like Blood
Interesting.
and Dem, Dance Now,
It's just, I mean, yeah,
Surround Sound. I love that album
the
so
whole
much.
album.
I'd give up a lot of other albums though before I gave up either one of those in real
Yeah,
life
it's
if it came
tough.
down
It's
to it.
tough. I think if I had to boil it down, it'd probably be Melodic Blue for me. It's the one I visit more. It's more just a vibe. Lost Souls, fucking Kill Streaks with Pink Panthers and that Don Toliver feature is just so good. You got so many good songs on that album. Boom Man, like you said, I didn't even mention Family Ties, so I'd probably go Melodic Blue there. But
Both
on to my next matchup.
amazing covers too on both of those. I love those album
Facts.
covers. Which
Facts.
cover's better? That's
Forever
tough.
Story.
Is it?
I think so.
I almost lean Melodic Blue there.
It's a
Like
tough
we're
one.
flip
It is
flopping.
a tough one. Yeah, we're
You pick Melodic Blue, but I kind of think
right.
the cover's better on that. I don't know.
Right,
That
right.
Melodic Blue cover is sexy, dude.
All right, all right. So
It
next
is.
matchup, we're gonna go Battle of the Kanye song. Which Kanye song are you keeping? All of the Lights or Flashing Lights?
See, This is actually easy for me. I'm keeping All of the Lights. Like I think that's like
Really?
one of my favorite Kanye songs.
See, I
It's an
think I agree
underrated
with
one.
you. I agree with you. I don't think it gets the love it deserves currently. I feel like
Does
people
not.
don't think it aged as well, but when you grew up in the era we grew up in, you know that that's the iconic Kanye song maybe. So
I
I
love
can't be
that
mad
song.
at that. All right, and for my final matchup, got the battle of the producers. Are you going Alchemist or Metro Boomin?
See, I would see. My instinct is to say Alchemist, and he has so many iconic songs, but basically all of the modern rap I like is produced by Metro. Like you lose so many full albums, like a
Great
lot.
songs. Yeah.
How many Alchemist albums do you lose? I mean, you lose the Earl ones and a couple, but with Metro,
Here's
you're
the thing
losing
though.
so many albums.
With Alchemist, he does a lot of like one songs on albums that are a lot of times the best song. You know what I'm
Oh yeah,
saying?
definitely.
You lose Meet the Grams. You lose a lot of content with Alchemist, but it's a
Hot
tough one.
take: you can take Meet the Grams for free. I don't want
That's
them.
crazy.
I'm not
That's
listening to
crazy.
that regular. Like I'm not listening to
Yeah,
that.
but it okay, but it's a piece of art. It's not
Yeah,
like
but what if it's that or like that? I'm keeping like that.
well, yeah. Just cuz okay,
That's
but you're
Metro
not
and that's
watching
Alchemist.
like I don't know. I
See, like I don't know. I didn't make my actual decision, but I am gonna go with Metro. Like
okay.
maybe it's recency bias, but like half of my music listening in the last 2 years has been Metro Boomin songs, has it
Yeah.
not?
I mean,
Basically, it seems that way.
and he goes the same goes for him. He produces so much music that you'll be losing singular songs on albums like that are sometimes the best song on that album, or like you said, entire albums. I mean,
Without
three full
warning,
albums essentially this year. Um, Without
Savage Mode
Warning,
2.
Savage Mode,
I don't want to give those
We Don't
albums up.
Trust You,
I,
gone.
I want
You know
all
what
of
I'm saying?
those.
So okay, fair enough.
I
That
don't
is my
want
10
those
though.
gone.
That
All
is my
right, well
10.
there you go. Fuck you, Alchemist. I need these albums. I can't give up Savage Mode
Damn,
2.
you
Fight
didn't have
me.
to do. You didn't have to say all that though.
I love Savage Mode 2. I don't want to give it up.
Fair. That's fair.
All right. Well, I got 10 matchups for you as well. Let me pull my notes over here. So I think there's going to be some on here that might be a little easier for you. Some are definitely going to be difficult though. So we'll start with a simple, timely one. It's not Kendrick versus Drake exactly, but it's their discographies. Kendrick's discography or Drake's discography. Keep one, leave one. Their whole discography. Drake has more albums. Kendrick's albums may be better and more meaningful, but Drake has a lot of music.
Yeah, it's a tough one. See, like I like a lot of Drake's. I don't like post 2018 Drake is not a lot of music for me to like really go back to. For All the Dogs, I'm not really visiting a lot. CLB, I'm not visiting really. Honestly, never mind. I'm not really visiting. His older shit is what I go back to. Take Care, So Far Gone. That's the shit I go back to. And I feel like at that sense, him and Kendrick almost have the same amount of meaningful music to me, and Kendrick's is just better. I'm gonna go Kendrick here. I'm going Kendrick.
All right, so this next one, number 2, it has an album that we reviewed this year already versus an album that we're reviewing today, 2093 or Lifestyle. Which Yeat album are you keeping?
I had a feeling you were gonna put this on here. I had a
I,
feeling.
I had to.
Um, Kind of spoiled my review. No, I'm playing. I'm
I
going
was gonna say
2093. I'm going 2093 over Lifestyle. I'll get into why I guess later. But yeah, I'm going 2093.
okay. So we number 3, we had the same question: Juice or 8 Mile. I have that at
Really?
number 3. Yep.
That's so fucking weird.
How did that
Um,
even happen?
I guess I'll just be the opposite side of the coin. I'm going Juice. Going Juice. Arguably, fuck rapper movies. It's one of the best movies of all time. You want to learn a lesson about
It's
life?
it's
You
not
want?
one of the best
It
movies of
definitely
all time.
is, bro. You want
It's
to
not.
learn a lesson about life? Go watch Juice.
I mean, Juice is
Facts.
great, but I mean, like The Godfather exists,
Yeah, Juice is up there. It is, dude.
With The Godfather, no.
Fuck yeah, bro.
When's the last time you watched Juice? It's good. It
Maybe
ain't
like
The
a year.
Godfather though. It is good. I wish they did that more. Like, why aren't they just taking huge rappers and making them actors and putting them in movies? Like, I want Tyler in a serious drama thriller movie. How awesome would that be? Anyone. Like,
Yeah.
they need to do that more. They did it with Juice, and then that was it. They never did it
I
again.
think, are they not? I think somebody is actually starring in a movie coming up. Maybe I'm thinking of a Lego Pharrell movie or some shit. But all right, let's
If
move
you
on.
count that, I guess we can count that.
Right.
If that counts. Okay, number 4, Mac Miller or Joey Badass.
Fuck. Damn.
Yeah. Who do you think I was gonna say when I said
I don't
Mac
know.
Miller?
I don't know. That's a good one though. That's hard. If
You
I
know,
could
it's like
drink, if I could
thought you
drink,
were
I would.
frozen.
If I could drink out, no, I wasn't frozen. I'm just thinking. But if I could drink, I would. I'm gonna go Mac though. I'm gonna go Mac.
That surprises
Seen
me.
him live. Just a lot of meaningful music. Joey Badass. Not that he doesn't have meaningful music to me, but I don't know. I feel like it depends what mood I'm in right now. The mood I'm in, Mac.
I go Mac there too. So, all right, number 5. Songs over 2 minutes long or songs under 2 minutes long? Do you want every song you listen to be over 2 minutes or every song you listen to be under 2 minutes?
Under 2 minute long songs. I'm a guy
Really?
that I'm a guy that likes to memorize his songs. I like to rap along. You know what I'm saying? So
2 minutes is
under
short
two
though.
minutes. I
That's
like to know the
crazy.
whole song. Boom, boom. I could rap every word.
Okay.
I'm gonna go under 2 minutes.
Number 6, Call Me If You Get Lost, Tyler's last album, or Chromacopia without hearing it. Do you give it up to keep Call Me If You Get Lost, or do you have faith that it will be better? Which
Nah,
one are you
I'm
keeping?
keeping Call Me If You Get Lost. I said that it was top two Tyler albums for me. I stand on that. Call Me If You Get Lost and Igor are my two favorite Tyler albums. I'm not saying that Chromacopia won't be great or end up being my favorite,
Well, now
but
you'll never know.
I'm gonna go with the guaranteed. I'm going with the guaranteed here.
All right. And, two goats here. Future or Young Thug? Who you keeping?
Wow. Future. I
But
love
Free
Young
Thug,
Thug.
though.
Free Thug. I love Young Thug. Influenced a lot of rappers. Future influenced more. He just has more music that I like. Future.
Okay. Number 8, Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime show, or the pop out with Ken and Friends. Keep one, leave one.
Without seeing the Super Bowl halftime show? Is that what
Yeah.
you're saying?
Yeah. Like,
I'll leave the Super Bowl halftime. I'm gonna keep the Ken and Friends pop-out show.
I
That
think
shit was crazy.
that's where I lean as well. I
That
mean,
shit
not
was
like us back
crazy.
to back to back with Dre is insane and
Nah,
iconic.
that was crazy. Bringing up Dre on stage to do not like that's just nah.
That was the deal sealer for me as well.
Yeah, yeah.
I kept it as well.
Give me
I'm
the
with you.
pop out for sure.
Okay, two iconic rap duos here: Outkast or Mobb Deep.
Dang,
Yeah,
you're gonna stump me. Fuck.
drink up.
It's just more my style. I mean, you know my style. I love Outkast. I love Andre 3K, but Mobb Deep to me is one of the greatest rap duos of all time. Hell on Earth, Survival of the Fittest, some of the best rap songs ever. I'm going Mobb Deep.
Okay, listening to music in the car or listening to music with headphones on.
Car. In the car, for sure.
That's where I go too. It's
For
tough
sure.
for me though. I feel like that's close.
It is close one. It is. I had to think about it for a second. You see me think,
I was like, oh
but
shit.
I love headphones on. But a lot of the time in the car, you're either with another person or just the
Okay.
vibes are different in a car sometimes. You know what I
Car's
mean?
my favorite place to listen to music.
With headphones, you're alone. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna vibe alone, which I can.
Yeah.
I fuck
But
with it.
you
But
take in all the nuances of the music with like big
exactly.
over ears and stuff. But
The
in the
little
car, there's
production
just
hints like in the
yeah,
back of your ears and shit. You miss in the car, but
yeah.
this
That's
is
the
a
one
different
thing.
vibe in the car.
Well, that was 10. I do have a little bonus one here for you, just like a fun
Sure.
number 11. Every album in our perfect tier, which would be We Don't Trust You, The Death of Slim Shady, Rich Ass Haitian, Samurai, the Rome Streets album, Might Delete Later, the Logic album Ultra
Holy
85, and the
shit.
Claw album. So there's 8 albums, or every other album in the tier list.
Give me the perfect albums, dude.
Those 8 are all you need?
For sure, bro. For
I agree.
sure.
I agree.
Without a doubt. We reviewed so many albums this year.
There's a lot.
It's
That's why I
fucking
wasn't sure.
insane. But yeah, I'll take quality over quantity,
All
personally.
right, all right, man. Well, there you go.
That's crazy. That was a good question. I like
I
that one.
mean, I wasn't sure. Like, I was because it is 8 albums. There's a lot of good ones, but I was like, there's like 50 albums that are still pretty solid.
Yeah,
Like, you're giving up a
solid.
lot of pretty good music still.
But my rotation is them 8 albums at the top. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's
Might
why I
to
made
Be
it number
Later,
11
The
because I
Death
was
of
like, I figured
Suche.
that that'll be the pick. Yeah.
Yeah, but all right, good little segment there.
All right. Are you
Time
ready?
for
Mhm.
the music review segment. We are on to
Exactly.
Yeat's
Yeah.
Lifestyle. We only got one album to review today. We're going to focus on Yeat and his new album Lifestyle. His second drop of the year, 2093, dropped in March, maybe.
Earlier in the
Not
year for
sure.
sure.
Early in the year. I guess go ahead, Tom. What are your thoughts on Lifestyle by Yeat?
Okay. So, Lifestyle, I like the cover. I guess I'll start there. I like the cover better than
Okay.
the 2093 cover, I think.
That was
Like,
a crazy place to start, but all right, fair.
because when I saw the cover, I was like, damn, that cover is sick. Like, I think the cover stands out as a good cover.
Okay.
Okay. So, this album starts off with Geek Time. Bro,
hmm
Geek Time goes
It's
insane.
good. It's so
That
good.
production is crazy.
It's great.
I love Geek Time.
Yeah.
That's in my top 2 or 3 Yeat songs of all time. Like
Really?
that's up there. That's like maybe my favorite Yeat song.
Fair
Like
enough. It's a
Geek
great
Time
song.
is gas.
I
That
think it's
production's crazy.
arguably the best song on the album.
I think it's my favorite for sure. Yeah, the first 7 or 8 tracks on this are really good. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, Geek Time, Speedball were a couple of my favorites. There's just like a lot of bangers in the first like 8 track run. The atmosphere that he builds, the crazy production and the sounds and unique things that you don't really hear from anyone else. Like it just works, has his unique vibe, sounds great in a car, like just vibing out to it.
Always. Yeah.
Really like the first half of this album a lot. Yeah, his production, his atmosphere is just next level. I feel like that's really one of his strengths is
For
just
sure.
setting that atmosphere and making you feel like you're like, I don't know, you're like surrounded by the music. I don't know, he's really
Yeah.
good at that. Yeah. I didn't really love Be Quiet with Kodak. I kind of wanted to like that more than I did. I was kind of underwhelmed by that. It wasn't the best, didn't hate it. Gone for a Minute is kind of a weird, crazier one, but I actually really fucked with that song. I don't know. But it
Yeah.
has like a lot of weird sounds and it is like a
Yeah. I
more
love the
interesting one, but I liked it a lot.
I love the unique production on Gone for a Minute for sure.
Yeah, it's super weird and unique. But yeah, I'm a fan. Forever Again, I liked a lot. I do think when I got to this point in the album to Forever Again, I was like, I could get if someone wanted to argue that a lot of these songs sound the same and have a similar sound and it's getting repetitive. I could understand that argument. But he's one of the artists where even if that does happen, the songs aren't bad. It's totally listenable. They're all still pretty good. But I could understand someone arguing that a lot of these songs sound the same. I kind of started to think that when I got to that point.
That's a good point. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do understand why you would think that, but the fact that, like you said a few minutes ago, every one you could play in the car and bump to, and everyone's going to get your energy right, and you could just vibe to. So
Yeah.
it is something to be said.
Because energy is something that I come on here and complain a lot about. If there's an album I don't like, it's often because the energy is low and it doesn't sound like they're into it. And Yeat does not have that problem. He's into it. He's got the energy. I vibe to the Yeat music. I like to eliminate a lot. Yeat does some like different flows and voice inflections and like deliveries on that one that I never really heard him do before. Eliminate's definitely one of my favorite tracks on there. Lying Five Fun. I really like that one. His rap verse and there's a lot of production in the beginning and the end of that song, but there's a rap verse in the middle. I really like the verse from Yeat there on Lying Five Fun. The songs with Don Toliver and Lil Durk were good, not great, not my favorites. Usually songs like this, especially with artists that aren't my favorites, I usually prefer all the songs with features just because they're the most interesting and re-listenable and fun. On this album, the songs with features actually weren't my favorite. I like songs like Geek Time and Speedball better than the ones with Dirk and those guys. So kind of interesting. I feel like that's like a compliment to you. Like you don't need the features. I like your
Yeah.
solo shit even better. Generally, I'm like I like the features songs. These are the best songs. It's kind of a cheat code. Get a bunch of features. They're gonna be good songs. on this album. Not the case. I like the solo songs better. Overall, I enjoyed this album quite a bit. I would put it similarly rated for me to 2093. I think they are on a similar rating to me. I would score Lifestyle. I wrote 8.0. I'm somewhere between like a 7.9 to an 8.1. I'm right around an 8. I like 2093. I like Lifestyle. If I had to pick one, I might keep Lifestyle. I don't know. I like Breathe a lot. There's a lot of tracks I really like on both. And for his second album of the year, I thought Lifestyle was pretty good. Not my favorite, but I enjoyed it a lot. It's pretty good.
Solid. Good review, man. Yeah. I also liked it. A lot of the same points you had, like his ear for production and setting the vibe and the energy of the album. I mean, is one of the best in the game. Really, I genuinely believe he has one of the best like
Yeah, I
production
agree.
choices throughout all of his albums, essentially in the game. When it comes to that environment and setting that environment, I feel like 2093 kind of set the world a little bit better. Like the whole futuristic vibe. Like I felt like the concept was a bit more like laid out and fleshed out. You know what I'm saying? More readable with 2093. I did like this album though. High energy start with Geek Time. Like I said, probably my favorite album or song on the album. I
It's so
personally,
fucking good, dude.
I like the Kodak feature, and actually I like the other two features too. I thought the Lil Durk feature was pretty solid,
Yeah, I
and the
liked
Don
him.
Toliver feature. No, yeah, I know, but they
I
kind
just
of
liked
did.
like Geek Time better than those,
Those are kind
basically.
of ones that stood out to me though, like opposite of you. I guess we're kind of differing today, but those are a couple that stood out to me were the features. Geek Time, definitely the best solo song on there for me though. Um, Also though, I did like Eliminate. The productions with like the little gunshots in the back was like
Yeah.
super fire. The fucking psychedelic production on New High, I thought was insane. Um, Life Party, I thought was a great end to the album.
I
Like he's
like that
just
one a
got
lot.
really great ear for music and just good sounds and like you said, world building and putting you in that environment, feeling like you're in the music. Um, and like you said, every song can be bumped regularly. You know what
They're
I'm
not bad
saying?
songs on here.
Not at all. And like if you're trying to get into that mood that Yeat gets you into, like that braggadocious, just trying to vibe and bump, every song will do that for you. Um, I thought it was solid. I guess overall, I think his production choices, like I said, are arguably some of my favorite in music right now. After enjoying 2093 a lot, I really did like it at the beginning of the year. It was probably one of my favorite albums. Obviously, we've had so many albums come out since then, but I don't feel like this quite lived up to 2093 for me. Like I said, I don't think the concept was quite as strong and the world building didn't quite match up. I just felt like the world building and concept was so strong in 2093. You started listening and you're like time traveling to the future. It felt like genuinely with all the beats and the production choices on 2093. Still a great album. Um, I like the features a lot, and yeah, I gave it a 7 out of 10.
Damn, yeah. I thought you might come in here and give it like higher than me. So you definitely had some opinions that I wasn't ready for today.
Yeah, and
So
I feel like maybe a little bit long. You know how I feel about the longer albums. It's
it
like
is
what
long,
20 songs,
over an
and
hour. Yeah,
it does get a little bit repetitive, and I think that's one reason I do like 2093 so much is that it was so unique even for Yeet. Like a lot of those songs on 2093 you can't really hear in Yeat's catalog. I feel like a lot of these songs kind of goes back to his classic style and vibe, which is
I would
fine,
agree.
but I prefer 2093 slightly, probably by a point. I got this at a 7.
So with the rest of the albums from 2024 on this tier list, where does Lifestyle by Yeet go?
Wow, we
I'm at a
really have
I'm at
so
an 8.
many.
You're at a 7. We're at like a 7.5. I'm guessing it's somewhere in a few misses, slightly below the last Yeet album, if I had to guess.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, for me, it's probably.
Like above or below 21 Savage, Vultures, Ski Mask, Lil
Is it better than the
Sims.
Don Toliver album? Is what I'm comparing it to.
To
I wasn't a huge
me,
fan of that Don Toliver album. I felt like there was some meat left on the bones.
I like the Yeet one better. I would say
You think so?
I would. I would go above that. I'm just
That's the area I'm hovering. So I'm
I
okay with that.
agree. I'm thinking like just above Big X the Plug, below Lil Tecca, maybe just above Lil Tecca, right around there.
Yeah, I do like this. I think me personally, I think I got the Lil Tecca album a little higher, but we gotta even it out here. So
Right
yeah,
there.
personally, I'd probably go personally a little lower, but you're a bit higher, probably around that Don Toliver area. So I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
Yeah, we have it one spot. Yeah, two spots above. Oh no, I'm looking at the T Grizzly album. I'm an idiot. Where's the Don Toliver album? Yeah.
At the top next to
No, yeah,
well,
yeah. I'm cool with that. I was looking at the wrong cover. I was looking at the T Grizzly cover for
well,
some reason. I thought that was the.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I
I feel
mean,
like some of these albums are better. The Joyner
which
album,
ones?
the Lil Sims album,
Yeah,
kind of are better.
I'm. I actually
I
kind
feel
of
like
still
even
like
Lil
where I
Tecca
put
is
it.
kind of
Yeah,
better.
yeah. I kind of do like it right below the Lil Tecca
Yeah,
spot.
I'm
Actually,
I'm good
honestly.
with that. I'm good with that right there.
But yeah, two pretty good albums from Yeat this year, though. Like, it's impressive.
Yeah, man.
People are putting out so much music nowadays, like, multiple good albums a year. It's insane.
Yep. And come back next week. We're gonna be reviewing 2 more albums. We'll be reviewing Tyler the Creator's Chromacopia, and we'll also be reviewing. I'm blanking.
Uzi.
Lil Uzi Vert's Eternal Take 2.
Yeah.
Tap in. We'll be back next week. Shorter episode today. Short and sweet for y'all. That's it.
Yeah. We love you. We'll see you next week. Make sure you subscribe. That's all I got.
Peace.
Deuces.
It's Off the Top podcast, got you laughing like you hit the gas pack. Show is crazy like you watching Mad Max. Every other podcast is mad whack. Off the Top podcast.